Hey everybody, happy Easter. Dr. Moon here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone is doing well and enjoying these beautiful, beautiful days, and that you've been thinking about or getting out and playing on the streets or sharing your art and music in some way with your community. So I was lucky enough to get to go out today for a while downtown Blacksburg. And so if you want to look that up, that's the home of Virginia Tech and the Virginia Tech Hokies, if you're watching this from away from there. But we have a beautiful farmer's market on Saturdays, and then we have a street that's closed off, has a Busker area there, and then the area down on College Street is also a great place with restaurants and businesses along that walkway. So today I went down and I made a video, and I apologize ahead of time for it being sort of choppy. I'm not a good person as far as doing the video work goes, but I'll try to give you some insight on it after the video's over, and then I hope you enjoy it and stay around, and I'll let you know how it all worked out at the end, because I ended up moving. So enjoy. Hey everybody, Dr. Moon here, coming to you from downtown Blacksburg on a Saturday. And so you can see up here I'm on the Busker stage, taking advantage of this great facility here downtown. And let me turn you a picture. See, there's plenty of people coming along here, coming all the way around and down. When I first got downtown, I parked in the parking garage, which seems a little pricey, but then I walked down. There is music going on at the farmer's market today. And so that's a wonderful thing going on right at the very moment. So I moved down to across from the Armory, and there's a spare spot right there. And I sat up and played for about 10 or 15 minutes and made like $1. And so that pushed me on down the street here. So a Busker tip as far as being nervous when you first go out is that if you sort of overdress, then you're really warm. So I have overdressed. I have my coat on here, so down a little bit. Hey, a lined coat is not the best choice on a hot summer day. Especially when you have hair like mine. So, right now on the street, it is so significant. Everything that we're doing right now at this moment in space and time, everything that we're saying is really significant, especially as entertainers, artists, things like that. So I'm trying to do my best to get out and see what's going on. So I'll play you a song. Oh, get my hand out of the front of it here. And I hope that you can hear it. I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Lay down my burdens down by the riverside. Ain't gonna study war no more. Study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more, no more. Study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna shake hands around the world. Down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna shake hands around the world. Down by the riverside, ain't gonna study war no more. Study war no more, ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more, no more. Study war no more, I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Together we stand, divided we fall. Come on now, people, let's get on the ball and work together. Come on, let's work together. People, together we'll stand, every boy, girl, woman, and a man. When things go wrong, as it sometimes will, and the road you're on seems all uphill, let's work together. Come on, let's work together. People, together we'll stand, every boy, girl, woman, and a man. Make someone happy, make someone smile. Let's do something, make this life worthwhile and work together. Come on, let's work together. People, together we'll stand, every boy, girl, woman, and a man. Together we stand, divided we fall. Coming out, people, let's get on the ball and work together. Come on, let's get together. People, together we'll stand, every boy, girl, woman, and a man. Together we'll stand, every boy, girl, woman, and a man. So make someone happy, make someone smile. Let's do something, make this life worthwhile and get together. Come on, let's work together. People, together we'll stand, every boy, girl, woman, and a man. Together we'll stand, every boy, girl, woman, and a man. Together we'll stand, every boy, girl, woman, and a man. All right, I'll see you back in a minute. Hey, okay, me again. What we're going to do is we're going to break down and change locations. So, at this point, this has been fun and interesting hanging out right here. But the beauty of busking is the fact that you can just move around, go see something else. So, I have just a little bit more time left on my time down here. So let's go down actually to the very corner of Blacksburg right here. And what's really fun about it is that you could find really ancient pictures. Okay, we've arrived at our new location here, so let me show you what's going on. It's set up here. It's the reason that you want to be able to set up and break down quick. Set up right here. me stand up and I'll show you where we are here in town. There we go. So this is Main Street. Coming down right here. Here on this traditional corner. Do fake setup right down through here. So I don't really plan on staying very long. Just trying out another location. So that's the beauty of when you set up and break down. So if they don't like it, something happens, you want to move. Want to go to a cooler spot, and this is actually much cooler spot. All right. Also with this, don't forget to look back whenever you're doing something. Hung my jacket on the line there, so I'm going to move my jacket back over with my stuff, even though it's on the ground, because otherwise I will forget it. So I don't want to do that. So, all right, I'll see you back and I'll let you know how it went. Where I'm at. Okay, so end of the day, this is the way that it all ended up working out. When I left the last location, I walked on back across and then walked back up to the farmer's market. By the time I got to the farmer's market, the crowd had changed. The musician that had been there performing earlier had packed up and left. They were gone, and I realized that it was 1:45, and so the farmer's market actually closes at 2 o'clock. And so if you can imagine the vibe of the farmer's market, there's a lot of people trying to get ready to go, and some people just arriving at the farmer's market, so a real mix. So the stage there at the farmer's market was open, and so I decided I would stop there and play for the last 15 minutes or so of the farmer's market. And so this is a Busker tip that I want to give you as far as the idea of coming onto a festival or a farmer's market, wherever you might be, that you want to go out and go busking. If you're a busker and you arrive early in the morning when a farmer's market or a festival is just setting up and people are just arriving, the festival vendors that are there, and I used to be a candle maker, so I understand where they're at, they have a limited number of dollar bills, cash money, that they brought with them in order to make change during the day. And that is valuable when you're on the street and you can't get off the street to go get more money. And so having extra money is almost impossible for the vendors to go. Also, if you are a person that is arriving at a festival, you're arriving to walk around and sort of see what's going on. You might have things that you want to purchase, a t-shirt. You might want to get something to eat. You might want to get something to drink. And so in that period of time, you're going to hold on to your money until you've had a chance to walk around. Then, during the festival or during the farmer's market, especially in the summer, there's oftentimes music that is provided. It is paid for by the farmer's market, or they're given some type of gratuity, and they're like the featured act, and they're going to be like 12 to 2 or 12 to 1, right in the middle of the farmer's market. And so that's a great thing. That's a thing to watch for. But the reality of it is then at the end of the evening, that person usually leaves wherever you're at as far as a farmer's market goes. That first musician probably has packed up and left. So there's an opportunity to busk as long as you have permission within the farmer's market area. So the vendors, because they're packing up at the end of the day, they are really grateful that somebody is going to bring the energy back up on the market to start playing music again. They're grateful of that, and now they've hopefully had a successful day. they have more money that they would be able to share with you as chips go. And what's more fun about a farmer's market is that oftentimes they have produce, things that they don't want to take home with them. And so as a busker on a farmer's market, always look to get a head of lettuce or some potatoes or onions or something. So it's always a fun thing to have as far as you're sharing your music and your art with your community and things that are going on. So went ahead and finished playing at the farmer's market. I played the last bit of it, and I made a little bit more money, and I had a good time, watched a lot of kids dance, and then walked on back up and went to the parking garage and left. So it was a fun time out. I urge you to think about doing something like this. If you've never gone out and performed, take a deep breath. And if you have any questions about it, wherever you're at, if I can be of any help to you, please write me a comment or something and let me know how I can help. Right now, the music and things, this is one thing that I wanted to say about it. Right now, you're a voice on the street. You're a voice in public. You're on a corner shouting out. And so the things that you say and the things that you shout out right now carry a tremendous amount of significance, tremendous amount of weight. So when I went to the street and I sang the spiritual, I'm going to lay down my burdens down by the riverside, and I'm not going to study war anymore. I actually played John Prine's Your Flag Decal Won't Get You Into Heaven Anymore. I played Try a Little Kindness by Glenn Campbell. All of these things are, you're standing and shouting out to your community on a corner, singing along with Let's Work Together, Canned Heat from Woodstock. So right now, I hope that you are able to share your art and music and think about what you want to say on the streets and come on out and enjoy the summer, enjoy sharing your art and music, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you again for watching. Bye-bye.